And now I want to render from here. So to render this out, I'm going to go to my render settings again. And here I want to set my renderable camera to camera 1. And I want my start frame to be frame 1 and my end frame to be frame 80. My presets are all set already here, and I have my name, so I'm ready to go. So now I'm going to go to my render view. I want to make sure that I'm rendering here. I'm rendering from camera perspective. So I actually just want to double check, and I want to say render using, just kidding, I want to say render camera 1. I want to go back to the beginning of my scene, and then I can hit render sequence. And now it will render out every frame, and you can see it. Okay, so now that render's been done, I can go into Premiere or any video editing software, but we'll use Premiere since it's standard. Okay, so I'm going to make a new project, my demo, and I'm going to put this project, I actually might recommend that you put it in the same folder that all your Maya stuff is in. Just choose this. You have your project folder here for Maya. You can just put your Premiere file right inside this folder. Say choose, and make sure you save it. So I hit OK. Now while I'm in Premiere, I can import my media, double click, and I want to go to my file, my project folder, and in the image folder, TMP, here's all my renders. So I choose, I have this one here, which was from just a demo. This is a render that I did that's not part of my image sequence. Okay, so I have 1 through 80. I can see those here. And I'm going to select 1, the first image in my image sequence. I'm going to go to Options. I'm going to make sure Image Sequence is clicked. I'm going to say Import. Now all my files are imported. The only thing I need to change is the frame rate is too fast. I'm going to right-click on my image sequence. I'm going to go up to Modify, Interpret Footage, and I'm going to say Assume this frame rate, 24 frames per second. Okay. Now I can drag and drop this here and preview my animation. Okay, so that's my 1-2 seconds of animation. And then when I'm ready to render out, I'm ready to export my movie, I'm going to go File, Export. Make sure that I have selected my sequence here. So I can bring in many, this is why I said you don't just have to render out one camera for 4,000 frames. You can render out chunks from different cameras, and then you can put them in as a number of different image sequences. For example, let me double click here and maybe bring in my image sequence that I rendered out last week, or sorry, on Tuesday, which is in a different folder. So you would have this in the same folder, I hope. But I can go here and maybe, for example, import this one as well. So I did 2 renders. And this one, again, I'm going to interpret this footage just to be safe. 24, so it's not too fast. Okay, and then I can put this maybe next to it, right? So I have this bit of footage here, and I have this bit of footage here. Okay, you also have your audio channel. The last thing that you'll need is exactly what I'm doing now, right? Which is maybe we need to, do we all know and understand how to do a voice recording in your, okay? You'll save your audio, bring your audio into this audio channel, edit it if you need to, and then you can edit your sequence based off of your audio. When you're all ready to go, File, Export, Media, and then here I can choose my output, where it's going to go. Click here. Right? I'm going to maybe put it in my Myo demo folder too, so everything's all together, and I'm going to say animation final. It's an MP4. That's what I want it to be. Save. And then I want to make sure that my format here is H.264. This will make it an MP4, and that it's matching the source. So it's matching the source. We already rendered these at 720 HD. Ready to go. Export. And now I can open that file. And there it is, animation file.mp4. And that's the file that you will submit onto Canvas.